Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about linear function and then how do we apply the linear function in our real life problems. Okay, so first of all, the function or the equation, linear equation, basically on the right hand side it is like y equals to mx plus b. Y is basically fx, but if you write f of x on the left, so this is basically the linear function. Okay, f of x equals to mx plus b, where m is the slope, but slope is same as the rate of change. Okay, and b is the y-intercept. Y-intercept is same as the initial value. Why do we call initial value? Because if you plug in x equals to 0, starting point 0 for x, it will be 0 plus b, right? So that is basically b. So b is the value when x is 0, or the initial value we call it in the linear model. So this is also called the linear model. Okay, now let me take one example. The cost of a rental car is $9.99 and $0.2, that is 20 cents per mile driven. Okay, find the linear function for the cost. Okay, so how do you write that cost function? So c of x equals to, what is the rate of change for per mile driven? So that will be 0.2, that is the rate of change per mile driven, x, and then plus, what is the initial cost? That will be 9.99. So this is the main cost, initial cost. It does not change how many miles do you drive, but this value will be changed, right? So 0.2 times x. So x is the number of miles you drive. So x is the number of miles you drive. So cost cx is the cost of x miles is 0.2x plus 9.99. The initial value, that is b, and then plus m times x. Okay, that is the rate of change. All right, let's answer the second question. If you travel 100 miles, what is the total cost? So here c, you want to find c of 100, right? Because x is the miles driven, so that will be 0.2 times 100 plus 9.99. So what is 0.2 times 100? So this will be how much? Yes, that is 20, right? So it is 20, and then plus 9.99, that will be 29.99. Okay, and the last question is, if you pay $69.99, how many miles did you travel? So what is the total cost you paid? That is $69.99. In this case, x was given and then c was asked, cost was asked. Here cost is given, c is given, and you are asked to find out x. So what you do is you plug in 69.99 on the left side, and the right side 0.2x plus 9.99, and you want to solve for x. How do you solve for x? You just subtract 9.99 from both sides, 9.99, okay, and then minus 9.99. there is a negative sign on the right hand side also, so you cancel that, and then you got 60 equals to 0.2x. Now you need to divide by 0.2, so divide by 0.2 on both sides, 0.2, 0.2. So how much is that? You can use calculator, you'll get x equals to 300. Okay, x equals to 300 is the total miles you drove with this car. Let me take another example. So on the linear model and in application, the value of a new car, the current value is 35,000. It followed straight line depreciation over 7 years. What does that mean? After 7 years, it goes to 0. The value of the car is 0 after 7 years. That's what the problem gives us. Okay, so the current value or the initial value is given as 35,000. That will be b, right? So can you tell me how much it depreciates every year? So after 7 years it will become 0. Now it is 35,000. How do you find how much it depreciates every year? So you can do, so 35,000 is the current price, right? And then you do that after 7 years it goes to 0, means every year it is decreasing by 5,000, right? If you divide that 35,000 by 7, you will get 5,000. That is the depreciation amount every year. Since it is depreciation, our slope will be negative 5,000, right? So what is that? Vx. So Vx will be, the current value is 35,000. That is the initial value, or you can say it is b, or the y-intercept, right? And the rate of change, it is decreasing by 5,000 every year. So it will be negative 5,000 x. So this is the value function, where x is the number of years. So if you want to find out what is the value of the car after 1 year, you just plug in 1 here. So it will be 5,000 times 1 is 5,000 plus 35,000. So negative 5,000 plus 35,000 will be 30,000, right? So after 1 year, the price will be 30,000 in this case. Okay. So what is the value of the car after 3 years? Meaning that x is 3, because x is the age of the car. So V3 will be negative 5,000 times 3 plus 35,000. So how much is that? 15,000, negative 15,000 plus 35,000. So this will be 20,000. You're right. Okay. So let's find out, when will the value be? It should be 15,000. When should the value be 15,000? Let's do that. What is given here? V is given. And what is asked? X. How old car cost 15,000? That's what it is asking, right? So Vx is given as 15,000 equals to negative 5,000 x plus 35,000. So how do you solve this? You subtract 35,000 on both sides, 35,000 from both sides. So how much you get? On the left side you got 20,000. 20,000 equals to negative 5,000, negative 20,000, right? 5,000 x. You divide by negative 5,000. Divide by negative 5,000. So if you use calculator or cancel, you divide that, you will get 4 for x. Okay, so x equals to 4, meaning that after 4 years, the cost or the value of the car will be 15,000. And the final equation, what is the slope? Slope is the average rate of change, right? Slope is negative 5,000 here in this equation. What does that mean? It means the car's value is decreasing or depreciating at the rate of 5,000 per year. So the value is, the value of the car is decreasing or depreciating at the rate of 5,000 per year. Okay, this is how we answer a question that is related to a linear model. Thank you guys.